We live in a world where the focus often seems to be on what separates us. But what if we put all that aside and focus on what brings us together? I'm Chef Einat Admony, and this is the kitchen where I collaborate with amazing chefs from all different backgrounds. Starting with hummus, the staple dish of my culture, we'll explore, invent, and break bread together.
So Kith and Kin means friends and family. And that just doesn't represent the people that walk through our front doors. It represents the people that come through the back, our staff. We have to be a family in order to work this hard every single day. You know, a chef is more than just a word. You're a leader.
So as soon as you finish the Brussels, wrap them up. The oxtails will go on a tree. 16 plates, okay?
The first time I was called a chef, I definitely was not a chef. And I had to grow into that position. And I feel I'm still growing. You need to know your staff, you know, whether it's a staff of 1 or a staff of 100. You need to be in tune with them. But most importantly, you have to have a passion for what you're doing. At Kith and Kin, we serve afro-Caribbean cuisine. Trinidadian, Jamaican, Nigerian, and Creole food. My grandfather really riddled into my mind that we came from someplace great and that we needed to honor that. And that's what I'm doing here. Because I'm honoring that every single day. I'm honoring them one plate at a time. You know, you can travel a whole ocean on a plate and resonate with someone or share your culture. And I think that's the beauty of cooking. For me, Middle Eastern food is particularly special because it's very close to Africa.
Amba is one of my favorite things I grew up on. It's fenugreek and green mango chutney that the Iraqi Jews brought through India to Iraq to Israel. And it's a very common sauce. Usually it's much more gooey.
How do you feel about the word gooey?
I don't know, when I think gooey, I think okra.
I think it's good, but you know, I say the Western palate.
When they said gooey, it's
They
like,
don't, you know what I mean? But for, I think, our cultures, and I think that's what is so beautiful
We have
about
a lot of gooey
us
stuff.
cooking together is that we have a lot of similarities in our
Yeah.
cuisine. But I want you to try my grandfather's hot sauce. Now, he would...
Should I?
Yeah. So they would harvest Scotch bonnet chilies in their backyard.
There is any tomatoes here?
No tomatoes.
This is all chilies?
It's chili puree. Don't eat too much, though.
It is hot. Oh, but it's delicious.
We marinate our oxtails in this jerk paste. Scotch bonnet chilies, ginger, garlic. I put tamarind in it. So we braise it for about 10 hours in like a chicken feet stock. I love chicken feet.
Me too.
It's that gooey
I know,
again.
I love it. My mom used to put it in a chicken soup. She used to let me clean rice grain.
Really?
One by one, like this, like that.
Oh, if you got in trouble? That was your
No,
task?
no, just every weekend she'd do 1 kilo, 2 kilo of rice. You know, rice was a big thing for Persian. And she put like a big copper tray like that, put the rice there. And
And
then
you have to pick through to make sure there weren't any rocks in it or anything?
Yeah, rocks and dots and dark dots on the rice. No, it's crazy.
The thing for my mom was just making everything from scratch, you
Yeah.
know, and that's the thing that she instilled in me at a young age. My mom was my mentor early on until I met James Kent when I was working at 11 Madison Park. You know, there was just the way that he talked to people. It was so different than what I was used to in like 3 Michelin star restaurants. He talked to you like a person, he looked you in your eyes, and he taught me how to lead. So I'm really excited to go and see him at his restaurant.
What's up, y'all?
There he is.
What's happening?
What's up?
What up, Chef?
Good to see you, man.
I started in restaurants when I was 12, and like it was because my mom didn't have money, and if I wanted $5 to go to lunch with my
Get a
friends
slice
at
or
school,
whatever,
yeah,
yeah.
whatever. Literally, I had not $1 in my pocket.
Yeah.
You know, I was a little fat kid, and I love food. And the things that happen around a table are really amazing. Food is like secondary, like the things like this, and all the like family meals, the fun and the happiness and the love that happened at the table. I'm like, wow, to be a part of that is really dope. You know, so I just started cooking.
I think that's why we all get into it, right? That feeling that we get from people when we give them a good plate of food. And then working in a kitchen, that camaraderie and that team spirit, it's a beautiful thing when it all clicks and it all works. Creating opportunities for people, jobs,
100%.
mentoring. When we get to this point where we have a platform, we have to be the ones reaching down and bringing people up.
100%. I can't agree more.
Thank you for inviting us
Yeah.
into your home.
Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
the success.
Thank
Pleasure to
you.
meet
I
you.
appreciate
You
it.
too.
All right, we're steaming.
All right.
Baby, we're steaming. The history of jerk is the Moors that escaped from slavery under the British rule. When the British were in Jamaica, they ran to this place above this waterfall. They didn't want to reveal their location, so they would build this fire
So
pit
they not
underground.
smell,
And then they found these wild chilies and allspice, and they put it on their chicken or whatever they found, and then they covered it so the smoke went inside of it, and that's where jerk came from.
Huh.
So it should just fall off the bone. I mean, woo! You're brave.
Oh. Wow.
It's special.
No, it's going perfectly with hummus. So you do a lot of Jamaican and...
Jamaican, Nigerian, Trinidadian, and Creole. That's where my family is from, all those places.
So do you see a lot of things that is similar?
Definitely. You know,
Okay,
it's like, it's the story of the slave trade coming through West Africa to the Caribbean to the American South. From okra stew to gumbo, you know, from fufu to chicken and dumplings. So it's like super cool.
Yeah. It's
like love.
It's simple. It's own cooking. I did best for me.
Isn't that the best food?
Yeah.
You know, the
For
food
me,
that we
yes.
want to eat.
Yeah.
You know, the food that we want to break bread with people and sit
Yeah.
down and talk about something and not be on our phones. You know.
I know.
Thank you for inviting me into your home.
Thank
Come
you
give
for
me a hug.
being here.